Hello, everybody. So we're going to talk about your free choice output today. So last class you did the notes on scientific method. This class we're going to go over the expectations for free choice output. Although it says free choice, it's not an infinite number of possibilities. We have a menu, which is on page 1 in your notebook. There are 9 options here. You'll notice the bottom one says come up with an idea that is not on this menu and have your teacher approve your choice. That has to be done before you complete the actual choice. You can't just show up with it done and say, do you approve? Actually tell your teacher about what you have in mind and they will or will not approve. Each corresponding description of an assignment has an example provided. So for example, in A, it says write a 1-paragraph summary of your notes. So you would go to that output page and you would write a summary of the scientific method in your own words. It says 4 or more sentences. You underline the main vocabulary words in your summary. Most people forget to do that last part. And then here I have an example. This is actually talking about the 8 characteristics of life, and this is a summary of those notes. Obviously, you wouldn't use those. Not only is it my words, but also it is the wrong notes. You're going to be doing yours on the scientific method. But just to give an idea of what that looks like. B is find your recent article in the news about this topic. So thinking about scientific method, I mean, people do science literally all the time. So find an article that represents the scientific method or scientists going through that. It's probably happening a lot with vaccines, for example, for COVID. There's any number of experiments happening a lot out there. So include the news source, tell me where you got it, the title of the article, and then give me a brief explanation of how the article relates to the topic. You might have to be a little creative and think outside the box here. C is a very popular choice. This is to create a 5 to 6 square comic strip. So like 6 squares where you include some dialogue explaining the topic. So it's kind of like the summary one, except you include pictures and you kind of make it cute and fun. Make sure you include at least 3 relevant vocabulary words. That's important. Cannot just be making it up as you go. D is also a very popular one. I should have changed the wording here a little bit because it says create a cheer, song, or poem, but a lot of students chose to call it a rap, although that's not that different. But last year I even had a few students perform their rap and it was very exciting. So you're going to create a cheer, song, rap, or poem about the topic. You need at least 10 lines in your rap, poem, cheer, or song with 3 or more of the vocabulary words being used. Another popular one is to create a sample test. So pretend that you're the teacher, create a test. It could be multiple choice, matching, fill in the blank, short answer, or true and false. Then you're going to create an answer key at the bottom of the page. So make sure if you create a test that you also have the answers. So you'll notice over here for the sample test, we have a test here. It has 4 questions. That's actually going to be a minimum. You only need at least 4 questions to get full credit for this. And I haven't been mentioning it, but again, there's an article explanation here. You'll notice it has the source and the title. This is a sample comic strip. This is a sample rap. Yes, I wrote it, and yes, I'm happy to rap it to you if you ever want me to. And this one is matches up with this one. So this is create a mnemonic. You actually cannot do that for this one since I've already done that for you. I don't want you doing this, and I've also already sort of suggested you do that as part of the notes. But if you were to do this one in the future, you would write a mnemonic, then you would draw a picture that illustrates your sentence. So this one shows the mnemonic, gives you gives you the list of vocabulary words, gives you the mnemonic, and then shows you a picture of that represents that mnemonic. It's just a memory activity to help you remember the order of something. At the bottom, we have create 3 engaging newspaper headlines that would fit the topic. Explain what each headline has to do with the topic / unit. So this one, the topic is cell division. Obviously, your topic is a scientific method. They created 3 creative headlines, and then they explain what it has to do with the topic. Draw a detailed picture that summarizes the notes. Include details and labels that help explain your topic. So this was a drawing of biological molecules, and then that person drew a picture and kind of put some explanations in there. You'll notice that it's not just pictures, that there's a lot of words included because there's definitions added or labels included. So if you're going to draw a picture, make sure it has detail. So like for this one, you could draw a picture of an example experiment being completed, but you would want to make sure that you were labeling things or defining things as you go so that I really see, or Mr. Howard can really see that you understand the topic. And like I said, the last one is come up with an idea. So again, each one of these corresponds with an example. So you can use that. If you're still confused, come to office hours. We're happy to talk you through that, or ask your teacher right now how to do that. And again, that is for page 6. You're using these notes, choosing one of the outputs, free choice outputs, and you're completing the assignment right here. Make it nice and neat. After you're finished with that, you're going to create a Flipgrid video that explains your homework assignment or your output assignment, excuse me. Have a good day. Bye.